Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter quadratics. The lessons we're going to cover today are characteristics of quadratic function. Complete a function table quadratic functions, graph quadratic functions, and vertex form. When I'm on grade 10 math, the chapter we are on right now is quadratic equations. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is characteristics of quadratic equations. Okay, characteristics of quadratic functions. Look at the function. What is the y-intercept? Y-intercept is the point where the graph is. Y-intercept of a parabola is the y-coordinate of the point where the parabola intersects the y-axis. So the point where the parabola intersects the y-axis is the y-intercept. So here is the y-axis. This is the point where the graph is it intersects the y-axis. So just look at the point that is x is 0, y is 4. So y-intercept is 4. Let's just start with the test questions. Grade 5 language. Hold on. Look at this graph. What is the y-intercept? It will be live in a while, don't worry. Okay, so look at the graph. What is the y-intercept? Y-intercept is a point where the graph intersects the y-axis. The y here is that is the y-intercept is the point where the graph is passing through the y-axis. So that is 0. Option number 1 is the correct option. She will be live in the while. You guys can please wait. Look at the graph. What are the coordinates of the vertex? So you have to calculate the coordinates of the vertex. So this is the point, that is the vertex, that is the maximum value of the parabola. So this is the point, that is the vertex. So that is on 0, 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. Look at this graph. What is the equation of the axis of symmetry? So the axis of symmetry is, that is the point. X is 1, 2, 3, I think 4, -4, and Y is 9. So the axis of symmetry is the point, that is the -4. The line where the line is crossing the x-axis, that is -4. So the axis of symmetry is -4. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is not 4. That is in grade 5. That is grade 10 math. -3. Yes, that is -3. I did a mistake. Look at this graph. What is the minimum value of the function? The minimum value of the function is 0, because that is the point where the graph is passing through the origin. So that is 0. What are the coordinates of the vertex? So that is the vertex, the highest point of the parabola. That is -4 and 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Complete a function table, quadratic functions. Complete the table. You are given the function f of c equals -c square. You have to complete the table. You are given the values of c. You have to put these values in the function one by one, and then you have to calculate the value of f of c. The values of c are -4, -2, 0, and 2. So you have to start with the value -4. So that is, you have to replace the c with -4. That is 16. So c is -4 and f of c is 16. Then you have c is -2. Evaluate for c is -2, that is -4. This way you can complete the table. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, complete the table r square minus 5r. Okay, so you are given the values of r are f of 0. I'm going to start with f of 0. F of 0 means I'm going to replace all the r's with 0, right? 0 square minus 5 times 0. 0 square is 0, 5 times 0 is 0. The answer is 0. Got it? So now I'm going to calculate f of 1. 1 square minus 5 times 1. 1 square is 1 and 1 minus 5 is -4. So 0, -4. Now f of 2. 2 square minus 5 times 2. 2 square is 4. 4 minus 10 is 4 minus 10 is -6. So the next one is -6. Then f of 3 is 3 square minus f of 3. 3 square is 9. 9 minus 15 is -6. So the values are 0, -4, -6, and -6. So option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct option. Let's just move on to next one. Complete the table. You have to do 2q square. The values of q are -1, 0, 1, and 2. So let's just start with -1. F of q equals 2q square. Start with f of -1. 2 times -1 square. -1 square is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. You have 2 here. Now f of 0. 2 times 0 square. 0 times 0 is 0 times any number is 0. So that is 0. Now f of 1. That is 2. 1 square. 2 times 1 is 2. Then f of 2, that is 2 and 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So the values are 2, 0, 2, and 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct option. Complete the square. F of g is g square. So which is the correct option? So they are 1, 0, 1, 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. Complete the table, which is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. 8008. Complete the table, which is the correct option. Okay, let's just evaluate. F of d equals d square plus 4d. So start with negative 3. Negative 3 square plus 4 times negative 3. That is 9 minus 12. Negative 3, it is option number. Okay, then f of negative 2. Negative 2 square plus 4 times negative 2. That is 4 minus 8. That is again negative 4. So the values are negative 3, negative 4, negative 3, and 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is graph quadratic functions in vertex form. Graph the function f of x equals 6x square. Plot the vertex and plot another point on the parabola. So the first thing you need to calculate is the vertex, right? So to graph the parabola, find the vertex first, that is 6x square. So that is basically the x minus h square plus k. A times x minus h square plus k. That is the equation in the form of vertex. So the vertex is 0, 0. So now look at the other point on the parabola with integer or half integer coordinates. One point is if x is 1 by 2, so you have to plot the point. and the vertex, and you have to connect them and make the parabola. Here is the vertex, that is 0 0, and here is the point. This is the point where x is half and y is 3 by 2. So just join these 2 points and make the parabola. You can find any point on the parabola, right? A parabola is a graph of a quadratic polynomial. The vertex of the parabola that opens up or down y equals a times x minus h whole square plus k. H and k are the vertex of the parabola. Okay, the next one is graph the function f of x equals 8x square. Okay, let's just graph this function 8x square. The first thing we have to calculate is the vertex. The vertex in this form is 0. 8x minus 0 whole square minus 0. So the vertex is 0, 0. Now you have to calculate a point on the parabola. So x equals 1. X is 1, y is 8. Here is 0, 0. X is 1, y is 8. The parabola looks like this. That's how you plot the graph of the parabola. You need a point and the vertex. Just join the point and vertex and form the parabola. Graph equals 3x square. So here is the vertex of the parabola is 0, 0. X equals 1, y equals 3 is the point. So here is the point. Just connect the point and the parabola. Connect the vertex and the point, then you can have the parabola. Got it? For this lesson, you just have the tutorial. You can find the lesson on the book and do as many practice questions as you can. Okay, so we were working on grade 10 math. Chapter we're working on is quadratic functions. The lessons we have covered today are characteristics of quadratic functions, complete a function table quadratic functions, graph quadratic function in vertex form. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.